Never have I ever made out while the music is on.
Yeah, I mean that's a very common thing to do, right?
Yeah, I mean, I would want to ask who makes out without it.
Overall, yeah, I think there's always a struggle because पहली line ही ये बोली जाती है, you know, this is a female-driven film, so उसका इतना budget नहीं होगा. That is a standard line that I keep hearing, and I wish to change it. When you lost some member of your family that time, or you lose someone close to you, or when I've had weird breakups during school days, yeah, very emotionally derailed it made me. Maybe when I was working in South and at that time I was called the iron leg, that everything I touch turns into a flop. So मैं लग गई अभी वापस दिल्ली जाना पड़ेगा.
So I recently had the pleasure of watching Looop Lapeta, which stars Taapsee Pannu and Tahir Raj Bhasin in lead roles. And although I'm not allowed to say too much about it because it's a dark comedy thriller, I genuinely enjoyed the movie. The director Aakash, along with Taapsee and Tahir, joins us for a fun round of questions. And सबसे पहले हम लोग खेलेंगे उनके साथ Never Have I Ever. So I have a set of questions जो मैंने मूवी देखने के बाद मूवी से निकाले हैं. Without giving much of the movie out, I will ask them questions. I will ask you guys questions, and you guys have to tell me कि आपने ये किया है कि नहीं. Okay then, so let's begin. Never have I ever been jobless.
Yeah, I've been jobless. Like I'm sure her actor की life में phase आता है jobless. I've been jobless, and at that time I was like, it's okay, अभी kitchen चल रहा है, अभी tension की बात नहीं.
This was when? This was after you debuted and everything?
Yeah, this was the transition phase between my South to Hindi, where I deliberately stopped doing work and wanted to transition in a new way.
There was a time when I was working in Delhi and I decided that I wanted to act full time and move to Bombay. And in between that phase, there was definitely a couple of months where I was absolutely jobless. But I made complete use of it by going and living in Goa, which is the best place to be jobless. And also now that I think about it, a lot like Satya.
But yeah, I mean, every time you're jobless, your only job is to learn. And I think I've tried to sort of do that. You know, you watch, you learn, you write, and that's the only way you can sort of make the most of being jobless, I guess.
Never have I ever been in a position where I couldn't pursue what I am passionate about.
Don't never. I think we're all very fortunate to be doing something that we're passionate about.
We've done unfortunate versions of this passion, but I think I can say this for at least myself. We've done it though, nonetheless. Yeah.
What about you, Taapsee?
I mean, since the time I've developed passion for films, I have been able to do it. But before that, when I didn't want to become an actor, I wanted to do my MBA, which I couldn't. So yeah, that would have been that phase.
Never have I ever made out while the music is on.
Yeah, I mean that's a very common thing to do, right?
Yeah, I mean, I would want to ask who makes out without it.
What is making out?
Exactly. Akash has larger questions.
Whatever they are doing in the film.
What is music?
Yeah, this is a song. What is music?
No, they played like a soft old song. That's what I meant. Like, have you like?
Yeah, I got it.
Yes, of course.
Bad sense of humor. Don't go by his reactions. He just has a horrible sense of humor.
That's not called horrible. It's called सबको समझ नहीं आ रहा.
Yeah, that's true. I agree.
It's horrible.
Moving on.
Never have I ever asked for a higher pay.
Yeah, always.
Always.
Yeah.
Always.
Every time. They give you 3 rupees, ask for 13.
And did you not get it anytime?
Always.
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 But you know, Taapsee, I want to ask you this because we have always we live in a society, not just in India. I'm talking about all around the world, globe. Actresses have always complained about different kind of disparities, especially pay disparity. It exists in Hollywood as well. you have carefully crafted a career where you've shouldered some of the biggest films in the last 3 years, delivered with your films, and that's what we eventually relate remuneration to, right? Like box office performance of your films. Even after that, have you been told that, you know, you can't get this much or you don't deserve this much as an actor, male actor maybe, who has not done well in the last few years, possibly?
No. Actually, I'll tell you, because I have done, most of my films have been lately the ones that I have headed the cast. So the comparison has never been with the male person in the film, because I've been casted first. So उस time पे तो पता नहीं होती थी, बात नहीं होती थी about anyone else getting paid how much ever. But now, overall, yeah, I think there's always a struggle, because पहली line ही ये बोली जाती है, you know, this is a female-driven film, so उसका इतना budget नहीं होगा. That is a standard line that I keep hearing, and I wish to change it. I'm trying to do my bit by kind of like making sure my films make that much of money that tomorrow they don't have to say कि female-driven film है, so you have to take a cut in any way. So that's because it's business. Business is run by that. The last 2 years actually would have been normal, where we would have had theatrical releases. I would have been able to validate the higher demand better, because eventually box office collections and the money that the producer make just decides how much can that particular star or actor demand, right? So that's the basic equation. So with OTT, it kind of like puts you in a gray zone where you're not sure. You can't say with solidarity that okay, this much is what you deserve and this is not. You can only have an approximate idea. So I hope with when theater opens up and when it's validated, the success is validated by numbers, is when we can demand, and then the producer at that time, I don't think will have a problem in giving the money, because there is a proper validated box office success that's attached to your name. But yeah, I've always, they've not been too bad with me that okay, matlab they've been like, okay, you don't deserve it, or they've come back saying that the film can't afford this much because it's a female-driven film. So yeah, that has been the problem.
Never have I ever had a tryst with law.
No, never.
मेरे तो घर रेड पड़ी थी ना, तो that's almost raw.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. Akash?
Thankfully, not yet. I mean, I have a couple of challans.
You haven't arrived as yet. तुम्हारे घर रेड नहीं पड़ी थी?
चलान नहीं हुए मेरे अभी तक ड्राइविंग के, बस बाकी ठीक है.
Never have I ever been emotionally derailed.
हाँ हुआ यार बहुत time, but अभी it's not like notable times anymore. Like matlab, maybe when you lost some member of your family that time, or you lose someone close to you, or when I've had weird breakups during school days. Yeah, very emotionally derailed it made me.
Tahir?
Yeah, 100%. I think it's part of the human experience that there are times when you have felt not in control of your emotions, or बाहर की दुनिया तुम्हें क्या कर रही है और ये क्यों हो रहा है मेरे साथ, and बहुत बार हुआ.
Akash?
I mean, very often. I mean, these are experiences that
he is derailed right now.
I don't know what's hit me. So this happens. This happens a lot. Yeah, and I think, like he said, it's part of just existing as a human being.
Never have I ever been threatened.
स्कूल कॉलेज में होता था ये सब चीजें, तो थ्रेटन
नहीं, इंडस्ट्री में भी होता है.
नहीं, इंडस्ट्री में थ्रेटन तो नहीं किया था मुझे कोई, मतलब बट उधर आई थिंक लास्ट थ्रेटन तो कॉलेज में ही हुआ होगा. नहीं, हाँ कॉलेज में हुआ था बाय माय प्रोफेसर, बाय माय एचओडी, बिकॉज माय अटेंडेंस वाज रियली लो. सो ही वाज लाइक कि देखता हूँ अभी ये तू इंटरनल एग्जाम में कैसे पास होती है.
What about you, Tahir?
हाँ, मेरे साथ भी कॉलेज में हुआ था, but I was the one giving the threats.
Oh.
And मेरे साथ भी कॉलेज में हुआ था, and I was the one getting the threats from Tahir.
Okay, overthought and created more problem for yourself. Overthought the situation and created more problem for yourself.
Always.
But that
Always.
means acknowledging a fault in yourself, man. I never overthought.
Yeah.
Never. I'm the best. I'm the god.
Never have I ever felt कि यार लग गई है बहुत बुरी वाली.
बहुत बार. No, it happened during school college time वाली बातें याद आती है यार. अभी after you start working, हाँ, maybe when I was working in South and at that time I was called the iron leg, that everything I touch turns into a flop. So मैं लग गई. अभी वापस दिल्ली जाना पड़ेगा.
Yeah, lots of times, yeah. And I think the whole thing about facing a crisis is in that moment in time you feel like it's the biggest thing happening to you कि मतलब ये तो मतलब इससे बड़ा तो कुछ हुआ ही नहीं है मेरे साथ लाइफ में. वो फिर थोड़ा डिस्टेंस के साथ एक वो पर्सपेक्टिव मिल जाता है कि एक्चुअली इतनी बड़ी बात नहीं.
And Aakash?
हाँ यार, I mean obviously लगती तो बहुत बारी है. उस मोमेंट में सोचते हैं कि इससे बुरा कुछ नहीं हो सकता, अगले दिन कुछ और हो जाता है, फिर उसके बाद कुछ और हो जाता है. तो I mean everyday perspective about कब पिछली बारी लगी थी वो भी बदलता रहता है.
Thank you guys for doing this. It was a lot of fun. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I clearly enjoyed it. And all the best for Looop Lapeta.
Thank you.
Thank you, Nandu. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.